Welcome back, everybody, to Enjoy English School. I'm Bruce.
I'm Antony.
Today is day 2 of the article we call A Strange Tale of Snails and Rabbits. Yesterday we found out that just recently, last year, archaeologists, these are experts who study the culture of long ago, they found this interesting figure or sculpture in northern England. Really quite interesting. It had 3 distinct or separate parts in one figure. So this is why we call it a strange tale. Tale is story. At the bottom, it had 3 figures, really, 3 types of sculpture put together as one. There's a goat at the bottom. On the back of the goat, on top of the goat, is a snail. And on top of that is a knight, a warrior in the medieval period. Why would anybody put those 3 things together? That's what we're talking about in this 2-day lesson.
Yeah, 所以在这边的话呢，我们昨天其实讲过了，在2020年英格兰北部的话，发现了一个有趣的银质的这种塑像。老师刚刚有提到说，它有3个部分。第一个部分的话是山羊，山羊背上呢有一个这个蝸牛壳，蝸牛壳上面又做了一个在祈祷的武士，很酷，对不对？好，这是我们昨天有提过的内容，然后还有相关的这个意义，中古世纪的迷因。那我们今天要继续介绍第2个部分，像你在 title 上面看到。蝸牛与兔子奇谈，你昨天可能听到说蝸牛的部分讲完，那兔子嘞？没错，兔子就是我们今天要讲的。那跟兔子有关的这些迷因，还有它背后的一些意义是什么呢？我们赶快来看看今天内容吧。
A strange tale of snails and rabbits. Snails aren't the only animals that have a starring role in medieval memes. In a strange twist, cute little rabbits were sometimes shown as violent and crazy killers in medieval drawings. This is somewhat confusing, as people usually connect rabbits with good things. People generally viewed them as kind and gentle creatures. For example, rabbits are frequently shown in scenes with Jesus because they are pure and harmless. However, in some medieval drawings, they are turned into killer rabbits. There are drawings of rabbits capturing people and beating them with sticks. So what gives? Most likely, showing rabbits as crazy and evil was to represent the world turned upside down. People found it funny because it was the opposite of what happens in real life. For example, some drawings show rabbits getting their revenge on hunting dogs. Rabbits were also used to make jokes about fools, as only a foolish person would get captured by a rabbit. Aside from being a meme, these amusing images also reminded people to avoid doing dumb things. Believe it or not, in one book, there is even a drawing of a rabbit riding a snail into battle.The power of medieval memes is strong with this one indeed.
Okay, let's get busy here. Snails aren't the only animals that have a starring role in medieval memes. Snails, this means that, yes, snails were drawn and they did represent, possibly, for example, cowards.People who are afraid to fight when they should be fighting to protect their family and their home or their religion and so on. And not only snails, but other animals. A starring role means we can see this representation again and again and again. So a star is a person in modern movies who's very famous, and not just because of one movie.There have to be several of them, and then we can say, oh, he or she is a real star. A starring role means a very important part of a story or a very important part of a picture or something like that. Back in medieval times, that special representation we can call a meme.
Yeah, 所以在这边的话，老师提到说，你看像之前我们不是提到说这个 瓜牛的意象，可能在不同的作品里面都代表着懦夫，对不对？好，所以在这边他提到说 a starring role 就很像是一个演员，他在不同的电影里面都担任主角，或是甚至是系列电影，它是反复出现的一个角色，这样的感觉。所以他这边他第一句话讲说 Snails aren't the only animals that have a starring role in medieval memes。 在中古世纪出现的迷因里面，我们不会只看到这个瓜牛担任这个我要代表这个coward， 好，我要代表懦夫这主角，不只有这样的一个动物，还有其他的动物也有类似这种情况，代表了不同的东西哦。
In a strange twist, strange, of course, is a strange tale, something unusual. Twist means the opposite of what we expect. If a good story has a twist in it, huh? We're very surprised. We did not expect this. Cute little rabbits. Remember, we're talking about animals that have a starring role in medieval culture. Cute little rabbits were sometimes shown as violent and crazy killers. Well, from killer, you can guess violence is the noun, C-E at the end. Violence is very negative and powerful behavior, so it matches killing. And crazy, I think you have to be crazy if you're going to kill somebody, even if it's only for a short time. In medieval drawings, in medieval art that people drew or painted things, you could find rabbits, but they were rabbits that looked crazy and violent.
Yeah, 所以这还蛮奇妙的。老师刚刚解释了一下 twist 的话，就是有剧情的小小的转折，或是呢某一些这种故事情节，到最后突然有个情势大逆转，对不对？后来可能假设这个毒苹果就被这个白雪公主 K 向了巫婆之类的那种奇妙的转折。In a strange twist， 在一个很奇妙的这个转折的这种方式之下呢，cute little rabbits 那种可爱啊又小小的很可爱的那些小兔子呢，were sometimes shown as violent and crazy killers in medieval drawings。 在中古世纪的这些图画里头，居然呢把这种可爱小小的小白兔塑造成一个又暴力，然后又会血腥杀人的这种动物。
Okay, the next sentence also gives us a clearer idea about this twist. This is somewhat confusing.Taking cute little bunnies becoming murderers. This is confusing because we don't usually put these two ideas together, as people usually connect rabbits with good things. Bunnies are cute, oh, let's play with the bunny. We don't think of rabbits or bunnies as stabbing people to death or burning houses and killing people. It's very strange. So this is the strange tale.
Yeah, 所以在这边的话呢，他就讲说 this is somewhat 就是有一点点蛮怎么样的 confusing， 让人觉得很让人无法接受，很混淆的情况。As means because people usually connect rabbits with good things， 因为大家看到兔子的时候就想到可爱，人畜无害，好想跟他玩，但是突然之间他转向变成杀手的时候，大家会对，天哪，整个错乱的那种感觉。
People generally viewed them, people then and certainly now view is to picture or relate kind, sweet, gentle bunnies. That's what we usually think of. The Easter bunny, a nice guy who gives gifts to children. But in these medieval drawings, they're monsters. So this confuses people.
Yeah, 没错。所以这边他提到说 people generally 大体上来讲呢，人们都把 view them as kind and gentle creatures。在这地方他虽然讲 viewed， 这是用 ed， 就是过去的人们常常都会把这种可爱的小白兔视为是一个 kind and gentle 和善而且很温驯的这样子的生物。那其实即便到现今也是如此嘛。那所以才会造成这种混淆的感觉。
For instance, talking about rabbits, they are frequently shown in scenes with Jesus because they are pure. They don't do anything wrong and they're harmless. They can't hurt people. Like the dove D-O-V-E, is a symbol of peace. Rabbits are a symbol of pretty and gentle and sweet.
Yeah, 没错。所以他就想说 ，For example, rabbits are frequently shown in scenes with Jesus because they're pure and harmless. 意思就是说，它这个小白兔呢，在之前可能像这个中古世纪之前的这种基督啦，或者甚至这些宗教的那种场景里头，看起来都是那种无害而且非常纯洁的那种象征。老师刚才提了另外一个例子。Dove 就是指这种鸽子，对不对？很多时候你看到鸽子，和平鸽、白鸽都是象征的和平、爱的感觉。你很难想象鸽子拿着机关枪扫射吧？应该没有办法，对不对？所以就是这种感觉。他说，如果说今天用兔子来表达一种暴力、残忍，它会突然在我们的心里头造成一个很不一样的感受。
Okay, let's take a break. We'll come back for the next section. Okay, welcome back. Let's continue with this idea of the rabbit as a caring and gentle and sweet little animal. But in medieval drawings, however, in some medieval drawings, they are turned into killer rabbits. This is the confusing twist we just mentioned.
Yeah, 没错，在第二段第一句话里面，他又继续讲了这件事情，对不对？好，以前的话呢，可能看到小白兔都觉得哦，和平可爱，好想跟它玩。可是 ，however, in some medieval drawings， 在很多中古时期的绘画里面呢 ，they 指的是 rabbits are turned into killer rabbits， 然后他们变成了这种兔子，那种杀手的那种兔子。
There are drawings of rabbits capturing people, kidnapping people, and beating them with sticks. This is not the picture we usually have of rabbits.
没错，他这边讲的话 ，there are drawings， 它有一些绘画的内容是这样 ，of what of rabbits capturing people， 然后这些兔子呢就把人抓了来，然后呢每天拿着棍子揍他们，好的 beat them with sticks， 好那种感觉像多半是人把兔子抓来，然后天天揍它。但是把整个剧情倒过来，变成兔子把人抓了，然后天天揍这些人，那感觉上觉得哇，很不一样。
Now I use the verb kidnap, K-I-D-N-A-P, K-I-D-N-A-P. You can capture a person, you can kidnap a person. They have the same meaning there. We don't use steal, which is basically the same idea, but we never use steal to mean capture or kidnap.
所以 kidnap 或者是 capture 都有绑架人家的意思，但是我们不会说偷。好，这个地方就是把人在违反他自主意志的情况下，把他强加到一个地方，那种感觉的话，我们会用 kidnap 或者是使用 capture 这个字来表达哦。
So what gives? Rabbits are supposed to be pure, gentle, and harmless, but here in the medieval period, they were drawn as killers and monsters. Huh? What gives?
What gives 就是说这是什么意思啊？这什么道理啊？那种感觉，你可以说 So what gives?
Most likely, a very good phrase. This does not mean for sure. Most likely is 比较. It's more possible than other ideas, maybe. Showing rabbits, drawing rabbits as crazy and evil was to represent the world, the state of affairs, what was happening in history during a period of time, turned upside down. In other words, a revolutionary period of history when things had been going one way for a long time and then suddenly it turned and became very, very different. And usually that also was a violent period of history.
所以在这边的话，他就讲说了 ，most likely showing rabbits as crazy and evil。很有可能的事情是，老师刚刚特别提到说 ，most likely 是蛮有可能是这样，但是 we're not saying for sure， 不是很确定的说法。Showing rabbits as crazy and evil， 把这种小白兔呢，呈现出这种暴力、血腥、邪恶这样的做法呢 ，was to represent the world turned upside down， 那种感觉很像是去告诉这个，就是很像是反映出当时中古世纪整个是非黑白，整个是颠倒过来的，让你感受到说，哦，原本的话是很有秩序的，突然之间进入了那种可能互相征战，然后厮杀，完全失序的这种状态，想要传达出这样的意象。
People found it funny. Found here, find is to consider. What? Are you kidding me? This cute, harmless little rabbit is capturing people, beating them. What are you doing? They found it funny. They found it very unusual because it was the opposite. This is not what we expect of doves and rabbits. In real life, that doesn't happen. So, this is strange or funny.
在这个地方的话，我很好奇，就是说，现在突然提到 funny， 大家会想到是好笑的，但这个地方我觉得不见得是好笑的意思，可能是觉得很古怪。所以 I have a funny feeling， or that sounds funny。通常听到 that sounds funny 的话，多半是指好笑。可是如果说 it smells funny， 这时候就是 strange 的意思。
Don't eat it。
所以我很好奇的是，在这个地方，老师想请问一下 ，people found it funny， 会可能是指 make people laugh，or people find it strange。Both。都有可能，对，所以在这里的话要注意 funny， 它可以是古怪的意思，不要只以为说是好笑的意思哦。所以整句这句话说，因为这就是跟大家人们的这种原本的设想，对小白兔的设想是完全不同的，所以人们可能觉得很好笑，可能觉得很古怪。然后后面他就举个例子了。
For example, here we go. For instance, some drawings of these medieval drawings show or portray rabbits getting their revenge on hunting dogs. In real life, dogs are and were used to chase and catch rabbits, but in this upside-down world, some of the drawings showed the rabbits chasing the dogs or killing the dogs.
所以这边他就告诉你了，举例来说，有一些图画呢，去反映出来的是 show rabbits getting their revenge on。Getting one's revenge on 就是指复仇的意思 on hunting dogs。 老师刚刚就提到说，在现实生活中都是这些猎犬去抓这些兔子嘛，但想不到呢，在这些绘画里面是这个兔子反过来要去追杀这些猎犬，然后整个这样颠倒过来。
Okay, I used the word portray, P-O-R-T-R-A-Y, P-O-R-T-R-A-Y. When we draw things, we portray people or objects in certain ways. It means to show, describe.
Portray 的意思就是去描绘出to describe 去描写描绘出什么样的东西。那在这里的话，我们重音会放在第二音节当动词 portray， 然后拼法老师刚刚听过了。
Okay, we have one more paragraph to go after our break. Okay, welcome back. Now let's get busy. Rabbits were also used to make jokes about fools. So they would be shown as fools because only a foolish person, a silly person, would get captured by a rabbit. If you remember, there were drawings of rabbits capturing people and then beating them.
没错，那你还记得他刚刚前面提到说，人反而被兔子抓住，然后呢，兔子一直拿棍子打他们，对不对？所以在兔子这个部分的话，他就这一段就讲到说 ，Rabbits were also used to make jokes about fools， 用来取笑这些笨蛋的。他说 as means because only a foolish person 只有一个傻瓜呢才会被兔子抓住嘛，对不对？所以要去嘲笑，提醒人家不要犯傻。
Aside from being a meme, in addition to, moreover, furthermore, these amusing images, these funny, strange images or pictures also reminded people to avoid doing dumb things. In this upside-down world, we have reasons and logical actions. Sometimes things get a little crazy, so be careful. Don't do stupid or dumb things.
Yeah, 他说 aside from being a meme， 不只是这个迷因而已哦。这些很有趣的这些绘画呢 also reminded people 都要提醒人们 to avoid doing dumb things， 千万不要做一些蠢事，不然可能就会被兔子抓到之类的。
Believe it or not, you will read this, you will hear this, you may not believe it, but there is even a drawing of a rabbit riding a snail into battle. So there are connections between things that we don't usually connect or associate with each other. A rabbit and a snail are not often seen together, but in one medieval drawing, we can find the rabbit riding a snail like a knight and going into battle.
OK， 所以他就说信不信由你啦。In one book， 甚至还有一本书里头呢 ，there's even a drawing， 这里面还有一个图画呢，是画到什么 ？Of a rabbit riding a snail into battle， 是画出来说是一个兔子骑着这个蝸牛要去打仗的感觉。第一个，骑着蝸牛应该很慢，到不了战场。然后第二个，他好像一副这种很勇敢的样子，看起来就是很怪，对不对？他有这样子的一个图画存在。
The power of medieval memes, the knight, the snail, is strong with this one indeed. This figure seems to combine or put together at least 3 different ideas, and by putting them all together, it's certainly a strange tale.
所以说今天呢，如果你看到类似像这样的迷因的话 ，The power of medieval memes， 当然只是这种中古世纪的迷因，你可以感受到它的力量 is strong with this one indeed。把3样不同的东西放在一起，很怪异，但是它各自也有彼此暗藏的讯息，然后弄出来之后，可能是让你笑一笑，可能让你看到说背后它要嘲笑哪些人，所以呢，其实感受到这个古代迷因的力量真的是很厉害。
Okay, after a short break, we'll come back with our review. Okay, our first term is violent. This is the adjective form, E-N-T. E-N-C-E, violence is the noun. This is powerful and negative energy or acts.
Yeah, violent 就是暴力的形容词。把 T 去掉变成 CE 的话，就变成暴力名词。
Next is to view as. People generally view them, the rabbits, as. So we consider them in a particular way.
Yeah, view something as 就是把这个东西当作是看成是怎么样，把它有一个什么样的想法在 as 的后面，就是把 A 跟 B view A as B， 把 A 跟 B 想成同样的事情，这样的意思哦。
Harmless is our next word. Harm is pain or suffering or damage from something. Less, when it is used at the end of a word, means none, no, or un at the beginning of an adjective. So harmless is without harm, it's gentle.
Yeah, harm 就是伤害，可以当名词。Harmless 就是没有伤害的 ，less 代表没有前面的东西。
Now we look at the verb capture. That means to hold and prevent people from being free.
Yeah, capture someone 就是去抓住那个人。
Next is upside down. That's another way to say opposite.
Opposite or upside down 就是 upside down 就整个颠倒过来的意思，所以 opposite 的话是相反的概念。
And our next word is opposite, so these two are synonyms in this usage.
没错，在这边的话 opposite 就是下一个字，对不对？相反的。
Foolish. A fool is a person who makes bad decisions or doesn't have many smarts about him. So ISH is the adjective form. A foolish person is someone who doesn't understand very well or is not very bright.
Yeah, foolish 就是愚蠢的意思。
Remind to is our next verb. To remind someone to do something is to encourage them to keep in mind something.
Yeah, so remind someone to do something 就提醒他们要去做，去鼓励他们要记得做这件事。
Okay, that's it for this lesson today, which follows yesterday's lesson. This is a really strange tale. I've learned a lot from this lesson, and I'm sure we do too. Till the next time,
Bye-bye.
bye-bye.